Okay, smoothie. What's going on?
Okay, there's a lot happening in here. Do you see this
Whoa,
color?
the color is incredible. I'm
There's a
sensing
lot
that
going
maybe is
on.
there some spirulina happening in
Yes,
there?
yes,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. When I was telling the guy who runs the gym that I go to, we had our, the first time I met him, we had our good like 45-minute conversation. And
Sure, as you do.
yeah, and I was telling him about, growing up where uh with a lot of pesticides and stuff being sprayed in the air around me.
Yep.
And that my favorite place to play was in what I thought was a creek, but was actually just a cornfield runoff that was certainly full of pesticides.
Well, sure.
And that is where I splashed around. And so the cancer is forthcoming at this point. I like legitimately in some like I wish I was joking, but I really when I thought back at that, I was like, oh my God. But anyway, I was telling him about that and he's like, you need to be putting spirulina uh in your smoothies. Um he's like that, like it helps just pull toxins and things. And I
Well,
mean I use a ton of antioxidants obviously. But anyway, so we've got a base of blueberry, mango, and cauliflower,
okay.
which cauliflower, I didn't know it was super good for you because I realize I have this thing if there's a fruit or vegetable that I organically love, I assume it can't be that good for me actually.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I get that.
So only last year did I fully actually start letting myself just enjoy strawberries because I was like, you've obviously picked the one fruit that's really not that good for you, you know? And it's like, no, they're really good for you actually.
You like it, so it must be shit.
Yeah, seriously.
See, what
Um,
what I thought you were gonna say was that because it doesn't have, I always was taught, it was drilled into me that the more colorful your
yeah,
fruits and veggies, the
yes,
more like nutrient dense or the more
yes.
like they're better for you. And that foods that
Mm-hmm.
are like, my mother
Mm-hmm.
was big on this, like you can't have your whole plate be just like brown and white food,
Right, right,
to me and my siblings who were wanting like chicken tenders and fries.
right.
And so to me, cauliflower, I think I mentally categorize that as
Mm-hmm.
like with similarly to like potatoes, which both
Mm-hmm.
are like quite
Yeah,
nutrient or
yeah,
nutritious rather.
yeah. Yeah,
Anyway,
no, well, Michael was the one who was like, you need to
shout
put
out.
cauliflower. Yeah, he was like, you have to put cauliflower in your smoothies. It makes it so creamy. And I was
Ooh.
like, but is cauliflower actually good for you? And he's like, yes. And um
Yes,
and so
dude.
yeah, exactly. And so we have mango, blueberry, cauliflower. The juice is carrot and orange. And then there's spirulina, maca, moringa,
Ooh.
and hemp seeds. And then I do, of course, a handful of spinach.
You
So
got
there's
it.
lot going on in here. But have you checked Channy today? Because she told me to. So I did what she said.
Fuck, I didn't check Channy today. What did Channy say?
Channy said she's kind of strict with us this morning. I just need you to know. I'm going to read it
Uh-oh.
to you. Are you ready?
Please.
Okay. Your well being matters, and maintaining it takes steady, consistent effort. First step, face the facts. Channy getting real. Now that Saturn is in Aries, reality checks are a part of the process. Overnight changes may not be guaranteed, but commitment will pay off in the long run. So make a promise to show up for your health habits and wellness routines with everything you've got, one day at a time. You'll build a more reliable and satisfying support system for your life.
Wow. Okay. Yeah,
So
that's
I
good.
did not want to get out of bed this morning, and I was like, I don't want, and I was like, maybe I'll go to the gym. I don't want to go to and I was like, then Channy yelled at me, and I was like, fine, I'll at least do a little yoga and like make a smoothie, I guess.
Yeah.
Now, granted, I did the smoothie because I'm going to go get a bagel after this. So I was like,
Mm. Yeah,
I
you
can do
are.
two things at once. I can give my body what it needs, and then I can also give my like shedding uterus what it wants, which is a
Oh,
bagel,
love to see it.
you
Love to
know?
see it.
Yeah.
Um, Speaking of shedding uterus,
Oof.
love that we're synced up.
Yeah,
Really, really does make me feel close to you,
I know.
even more emotionally than I
It's
already
like
do.
one of those lights that we could have in each other's houses and turn on to remind each other we're thinking of each other, but instead it's just your eggs start dropping and it's like, oh, we're thinking of each other.
Oh my God, their uterine lining is shedding just like mine.
Oh my God, I can't move either.
Oh my God. I this morning I just have had like the worst cramps of my life. Of my life. So bad.
Oh, fuck, man. Do you
Not
want to do
feeling
this
it.
laying down?
I mean, no. No, because then I'll fall asleep.
You can,
Um,
that won't stop me from talking. I'll just keep talking.
yeah, it'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Um, yeah, I will say I did like get up, I properly fed myself breakfast, I a high protein breakfast, A
Mm.
plus plus. I have taken a little walk. So I'm doing some nice things for myself, some nice habits and routines. But no, I did not have the guidance of Channy. I've had a chaotic running all over the place morning because I'm a last minute trip packer
Oh, right, that part.
and I'm leaving. I'm leaving immediately after we're done recording this. So I am fully ready to go.
Okay.
So that's good. Like my bag is downstairs with my
All
jacket
your
next to
bags are
it.
packed. You're ready to go, as the song would indicate.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
I do want you to know that you might feel like trash today due to the uterus, but your hair and skin is like fucking glowing.
Thank you so much. I do want to be honest and tell you that I was wondering when you were going to say something about my hair.
I would have said it sooner, but you asked about the smoothie, so I felt I owed you the answer.
Thank you.
Hmm.
Wow. So you wanted to be respectful of my curiosity first.
Yes. Yes, I did.
Um, yes, thank you so much. I call this hair look. I ran out of time to do anything to my hair after my shower. So this is just what
That's like
happened when it dried. It's
that
actually
is
still
like
pretty damp.
that is like the like because I know you and I love you, I'll accept that. That is the kind of answer that is infuriating to hear. The
Hmm.
like when you're like, "Oh my God, you look so cute." And it's like, "Really? I just haven't showered today and I just like threw this on, you know?" Like you just gave me that answer
Oh, this
to,
old thing?
"Oh, this whole thing?"
Yeah. Yeah, you're welcome.
Hey, look, when it's real, it's real. What can you do?
Listen, I mean, and sometimes that's the way it goes. It's like I'm not feeling good on the inside, but the outside isn't matching, and that's good. At least there's that.
You know what? The worst is when you feel like shit and then you catch a glimpse of yourself and you're like, "Uh-oh, it's all bad today."
Or when you feel great and you
Oh
look
my
like
God.
shit.
Isn't that amazing? Amy Poehler talks about that a lot of like looking back at pictures of herself like at red carpet events or whatever. And she's like, she'll be like, she'll leave that evening being like, oh my God, that felt amazing. I looked beautiful. Everything was great. And then she sees pictures of it and she's like, it was a horrible time. I looked awful. Da 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 da. And
Yes,
she's like,
yes,
it's amazing how quickly just seeing a picture of yourself and thinking that doesn't look good
yes.
changes your entire perception of your experience.
Ugh.
Um, yeah. What's making you laugh this morning?
Oh boy. What is making me laugh this morning? I so as I mentioned, I am leaving to go visit some friends in Florida shortly. I'm very excited about that.
What if you just
Yeah.
left it at that? As I mentioned, I'm leaving.
As I mentioned, I'm leaving.
Just casual,
Um,
that's how you tell me.
it's fine. It's really making me laugh. No, so as I was, taking my child to school today, we're reviewing the fact that I'm going to be gone for the weekend and he's going to miss me and all the things. Very sweet. And he says, "Can I give you a hug?" And it's very sweet. And I go to give him a hug and he asks me a question while we're hugging and our faces are close and I answer it. And he goes, "Your breath smells like ass."
Oh my God, I love that kid so much.
And then I said, um, and he goes, sorry, sorry, sorry. Your breath really stinks. And I was like, okay, yeah, well, that's fair. I mean, thank you for taking the swear word out. Thank you for understanding what I was pointing out, which is, hey, you're not allowed to use that word actually.
Right.
Um, yeah. So that really made me laugh. He stood by the fact that my
I
breath smelled
mean,
bad though, and he was right.
I wasn't gonna say anything, but it'd be
You're no,
nice if you took care of it by
you're
before you
noticing
got
it
on
too.
here.
You're no. I'm so sorry. Can if you can smell that, I'm really sorry.
Have you ever met a person who doesn't have bad breath in the morning? I don't think that's a thing. I
I don't.
mean, some is like more intense than others, I think, but like, and usually just based on what a person ate or drank the night before. But
Yeah,
like in my experience, I have never like talked to a
def
person in the morning and been like, well, somehow you organically smell fresh. Like, no,
yeah. It just smells good.
you've been
No,
stewing all night or breathing with your mouth open all night, either or. It's
yeah,
just a lot of bacteria chilling out in there.
yeah. Nobody has good breath in the morning.
Right. Like I think if you start talking and stuff, it organically like starts moving on, even if you don't brush your teeth quickly. But like I've never rolled over to anyone I've slept with and been like, well, thank God you smell great.
I Yeah, no, no. I think definitely there are people with worse morning breath than others for sure. Like anybody
Hmm.
who is like if somebody's congested and they breathe through their
Oh
mouth
man.
all night,
Yep. Yep.
or if you didn't breath like I'm a pre-bed
Brusher.
toothbrushing person.
Yep.
I know people have different habits around how
Hmm.
often and when they brush their teeth. I mean I brush my teeth usually 4 or 5 times a day.
Right.
Mostly because I get really grossed out by like if I eat something with like a pungent flavor, I can't like leave it in my mouth.
Totally.
Um, but I know there are lots of people who like either don't brush teeth at night. I think most people do in the morning, right? I guess it's probably dangerous to say most people do anything. Oh, but I don't know. I
I grew up only brushing in the morning. Um, and then in college I became like my any OCD tendencies I have were very fixated. And I started brushing my teeth like constantly.
oh boy.
And
Okay.
did a good number on receding my gum lines. And
Yowza.
and then got that under control. And now I'm like, honestly, I'm more religious about flossing, like because
I'm sure your dentist loves that.
I'm very like stressed out about oral health for some reason. And so I'm a nighttime and morning brusher and usually floss at both times as well. But I
Yeah.
also have a toothbrush and toothpaste at work in my desk.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And just because it's similar, like not all foods, but there's certain things that like if what I hate is feeling like my teeth are coated with anything, can't handle it. If I ever eat candy, I have to brush like immediately after. I'm like I hate that candy coated feeling on my teeth.
Yes, I'm with you on that. There are certain things, for me, even more than that, is there are certain snacks that when the flavor is strong enough, I have to brush my teeth after. And if it's like,
Mm,
and there are very specific things like Cheez-Its. I
fascinating.
love them. But
Right.
once I've eaten them, I
Mm-hmm.
have to either brush my
Hmm.
teeth or if I'm like snacking on them, then I eat something else following that like cancels the flavor out. But like
Yeah.
eating Cheez-Its and then having that taste in my mouth, I can't do it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's really interesting. I'm not a savory snacky person most of the time. I don't, I probably could count on one hand the number of times a year that I eat any type of chip, not a tortilla chip.
Hmm.
Like I just don't,
That, I mean,
It's
that's
something that,
fair. Tortilla chips are definitely the frequent flyer for me
yeah,
and mine.
because it's a vessel for other things to enter. And I like potato chips are way too salty and it like hurts my mouth how salty they are. And
Mm.
like I like them some like I love a barbecue chip in particular. So
Oh
every
yeah.
now and then I'll get a
Mm.
barbecue chip. But usually after like because I also have a binge eating complex, I'll eat way too much of them and then literally just be like, ugh, now I just feel like shit. Like my mouth feels gross and like inflamed from way too much sodium.
Yep.
Um and I mean I love Doritos. I'm not a monster, but like so the one those like 5 times a year that I'm eating anything other than that, it's usually either Sun Garden or Sun Chips, the garden salsa
Oh
ones,
yeah. Hmm.
or Doritos. Those are the two. But yeah, I really don't. Yeah, I just don't do it. I do love Red Hot Blues, the tortilla
Oh
chips with
yeah.
the bougie Dorito. Mm, mm,
Those are tasty. Mm.
hmm.
Um, okay, so all that is to say my breath smelled like shit. I did brush my teeth since then. Sorry, it smelled like ass. Great. But what's making you laugh?
You should have been like a clean ass or
It clear from
or
his
a
face, it
fresh.
didn't seem like a clean ass, is what it smelled like.
What's making me laugh? You know what? I was really proud of myself because I was like, oh my God, I have an answer ready to go. No, I don't remember at all. Um, you know, I watched I sent you this video this morning, and I think you watched at least part of it as well.
I watched about half of it, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's got you on the edge of your seat, doesn't it?
I
But
mean,
it's
I was really digging it. It was nice for my my walk home for
yeah,
like,
yeah.
kind of like yeah, anyway, keep going.
Yeah, it's so basically YouTube started recommending these old BBC made for TV like mini documentary why can't I say the word documentary?
There you go.
Holy fuck.
I knew you were gonna get there.
Ah! Oh help. Um oh God.
It's because your uterus is taking all the blood away from your brain.
Sure shit is. I've got nothing left. Um but so I watched one last week about the old workhorses in train yards. But they're like so they're from like the 50s ish. Yeah, I guess the 50s. And and there's this old British guy who's the voice of it, and they just are showing you random shit. So anyway, it recommended today this this episode about uh quote girls. They are women,
Adult women who are called
adult women,
girls by the male narrator.
over and over called girls. Like the opening is literally like fat girls, thin girls, pretty girls, ugly girls, girls with perfect accents from upper middle class families, girls who work with pimps and da 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 da. And I mean, it was
Tarts.
just yeah, yeah,
Nymphomaniacs.
Nymphomaniacs was one too. I also loved that when he said that one, he found like they're just showing this like image of women walking around London. And he like when he said nymphomaniac, it went on one person's face, and I'm like, do you know this bitch? Um, so it's anyway, but it's about young women in their like early 20s and well, I guess just 20s in general who are unwed, hussies.
Unwed. Whores.
Yeah, that's actually the word. Yeah. Who are living in flats together. Um, And then so they, find a flat that has four of these whores living together. And 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 it just like it's like it literally is like a National Geographic thing, as if they are studying another species. I
Literally.
mean,
That's
when I tell
yes.
you that is the vibe, it's like, you know, this one's not yet married and has no prospects. This one is dating only one man right now. This one is engaged to be married, and this one is about to leave because she is being married this week.
She
And
made it. She made it.
truly. And then it's like her packing a bag like unbelievably perfectly, by the way, like literally smoothing out every item as it goes in and just like, yes, I'm quite I'm quite happy to be getting married, though quite sad to be leaving London. I've enjoyed my work. Blah blah, blah. And I literally all of them spoke with this like quiet whisper and bah, bah, bah. And like and meanwhile he's like, and then I was like, what the fuck am I watching? Like to the point that when I sent it to you, I was like, do I like this? Do I hate this? Am I offended? Am I laughing? Am I like feeling like at least they tried to show women, like
At least they tried to show women,
it
you know?
was, it was really incredible. And yeah, I don't know. So anyway, that definitely did make me laugh, especially the like fat girls, thin girls, pretty girls, ugly girls. Get your girls here, see? Meanwhile, they are all working women in London.
I just, yeah, no, that was delightful. My favorite part of it, I think, was the wedding where the
Mm.
one roommate gets married and then they like interview each of the roommates after. And two of
Yeah.
them, the first one's kind of like judgy and
Uh-huh.
is like, yeah, I mean, me and my boyfriend, like, like when we get married, we don't want to spend all of it on a wedding because we would just save it for a house. Like, and
Yes.
kind of in a way, like, I don't know why you would do all this, but okay.
She even did the whole like, we're very happy for her. Da, 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 da. I think for me and my boyfriend, we wouldn't spend all of our money on a big ceremony. We'd probably save a lot of it for our home. But then like didn't say to each their own, but something like that. Like so
Yes,
passive aggression. I mean, just dripping with passive aggression.
love. So good. Yeah, and then one of them is like, obviously we're happy for her. I mean, I've been following the journey of her love life with great interest, but also like it's this basically, I mean, I love that you're like using their vernacular and I'm like, yeah, this is a pain in the ass that she's moving out. We have to fucking find a
Now
new
we have to
roommate
find a new
now.
roommate. Exactly. And also the interview of the did you get to the interview of the new one?
Yes.
When it's like not an interview, it's literally her asking, how much does this cost? How much are the bills? How often are the bills? What do you do about things like laundry and da 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 da? And the biggest highlight was the regular hot water is quite nice. We can all take a bath. Every evening, we can all three take a bath one after another, and there's plenty of water.
It was delightful. I mean,
I
really,
am
it was
really
like,
excited
wow.
for our British listeners to be like, I hate Adriana now.
The thing is that I've been now shamed by my children because
Um,
my children, we'll get there, I promise. This is going to start in a way that maybe doesn't feel like it relates. But my children will repeat things from like
I literally
videos.
thought relates to what?
Great. My children will watch videos sometimes that have where they'll like go to mimic somebody and they'll like mimic an accent from like another
Mm,
culture that is not their own.
yep.
And my children have done this and I've been like, "Hey, like that's actually like not cool. Like
Yeah.
that feels like you're making fun of somebody else's language. So let's not
Hmm.
do that, right?"
Yeah.
Um, I am one to often slip into a British accent in like just like to be
Yeah.
silly at home.
Yeah. Yeah.
And my kids all now are like, Hey, that sounds like you're using somebody else's accent to like make fun of them. That's not cool.
I mean, I actually have said to people before, I just think we should all stop doing accents that aren't ours. Like, let's just knock it off. It's not
Yeah.
helpful. It's not good. And then, yeah, I can't stop doing a British accent. It's like
Listen,
every now, like the other day, because Ed did this with Simone once, and it literally almost put me on the floor laughing because you've met Ed. Ed, hello, hi.
I have.
Ed is a fairly
Hi,
quiet
Ed.
human. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
he's loud with me, kind of like he's very chatty with me, but he's typically pretty quiet. He walked into my apartment once when Simone was still with us, and without missing a beat, just walked in and goes, "Hello, Simone," like super loud, like like so much affect in that accent, and I was like dead. And so now and then it comes out, I'll do that, and I did that to Tony when I came in the other day. So like even though for some of my friends listening who are like, you fucking hypocrite, you have actively said things like, we should all just stop doing accents that aren't our own, blah, blah, blah. I don't know.
We're gonna
Here
get
we are.
canceled.
This is the thing that does it. Holy shit. Can you imagine?
Oh my God. Oh,
The
Lord
19
Jesus.
are going to be, this is it. This is
They're
what
good.
puts
They're
you
gonna
over
be
the edge.
we're gonna lose our 19. Ugh. Well, okay. I have a question for you. I think it's my turn,
Mm,
right? Even if it wasn't, I feel pretty confident I could be like, no, Adriana, you're not remembering right. It is my turn. And you would be
you
like,
could do
okay,
that. You could absolutely do that. And I'd be like, that feels right. Sure.
okay. Um, okay. So my question for you, in honor of the fact that I'm traveling to a place with a beach, I want to talk to you about your relationship to swimwear.
Mm,
I want to understand just a little bit more about how you, over the course of your life, have related to swimwear.
mm,
And as with everything,
uh-huh.
I think we can go, I mean, you could take this in any direction. On last week's episode, if you recall, you asked me a question in which I answered with some like very quite serious stories, and then your one of your follow-ups was, "Do you have any funny ones?" So, yeah, there could be funny elements to this. We could all, obviously, as you could see, we could also take this a more serious direction. Um,
Yeah.
but
I'm not afraid.
it's something I'm thinking about. I'm not bringing any swimwear with me on this trip because it's not going to be warm enough to swim. But I did have a child this morning ask me, "Hey, are you going to pack your swimsuit for your trip? Like,
Mm,
you guys go to the beach, right?" I did the same trip, same time last year, and we did go to the beach. But
yeah.
in my photos on the beach, I am wearing sweatpants and a sweatshirt and a denim jacket because it was not warm enough to swim.
Honestly,
So
10 out of 10 on that outfit.
it was awesome. I intend to repeat it down
I
to
was gonna say.
some of the very same items. Um, yeah, so talk to me about that. What's your relationship to swimwear?
Um, Really quick, I want to name that I just remembered what I was going to say that was making me laugh, which is that while I was editing this last episode, I realized that there is a an audible fart that came from me that so this little Easter egg for everyone. Try to catch the fart, see when you can hear it.
If you can send us the timestamp of the fart, you could win a prize.
That's a good point. Yeah, I love that idea. Uh-huh.
Good.
Um,
Maybe.
that really got me. Anyway, yeah, send us that timestamp anyway, more soon at gmail.com. Um, okay, swimwear. I think so as a kiddo, it was like I was a one piece person
Okay.
like the whole time I was like again, like I mean my family's fairly conservative in certain ways and I think clothing was definitely one of them and yeah. Um which I have complicated feelings about all of it because I'm like, on the one hand, I'm like, yeah, it is a little weird that kids are wearing two pieces as if they have breasts when they don't.
Yeah,
There's something interesting about a bikini made for a child. I'm like, whoa, what are we doing? Why?
sure.
Um, Now at the same time, then I like further deconstruct that and I'm like, it just shouldn't matter at all. Like,
Yeah,
none of it should matter in that sense. Like, um, the bathing suits for sexiness approach is heavily sexist, including for like gay men. Um, but so I say all that. I have interesting thoughts about that. Um, but I was One Piece all the way, a lot of Disney. I don't have none of them stick out except one that I got made fun of for um when I was doing my swim test to be able to go off the diving board at the public pool. And this high school girl that went to our church, call back, um, um, made fun of, I was like, I mean, I had to have been like 8, you know, and she made fun of me for having a, like, that it was see-through. And I was like, and even as like I'm 8, I was like, what are you seeing? Like, I don't even know what that would mean. Like, what? Like, and I just remember like I'm in there like waiting for like 5 minutes or however long you have to do it to be able to like go off the diving board for the swim test. And
yeah.
I'm just like, what are people seeing?
I
No
mean, well,
idea.
also, if you're in the water, literally, what are people seeing?
Truly. And then and that one had it was like a off-white kind of color with a big Mickey Mouse on the front.
Oh,
Um, and then I went the next one that's memorable is I went to Wisconsin Dells with my first boyfriend and his family.
mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
all my Midwestern people represent.
Wisconsin Dells.
Um, and we were at a pool and I was 15, I guess. And I wore like a proper like swimmer swimsuit.
Okay.
And I pointedly remember his mother like telling me how wonderful she thought that was that I was wearing a one piece. Because most of these girls, whores,
Tarts and nymphomaniacs.
are the nymphomaniacs. Um, and once again, I was just still kind of like, okay. Um, and then, okay, so this is going to get kind of serious. So buckle in, and there's going to be a little essay
Should we get our
adjacent.
should we get our farts out now?
Everybody, just deep breath in and just visualize the air pushing the air out of your root chakra.
Okay. All right, I'm ready for the serious.
Um, by the way, there's someone outside smoking by their car, and on top of the car is one of those big boxes of wood matches for for the kitchen. That I was like, I have been there. That is when you're a real smoker, and you're like, whatever will light a cigarette, I will take it.
There you go.
Um,
A light's a light.
exactly. So in high school, I had a friend group who was what would later in life be described as alt-right. This is again, we're still at internet basic, so it's like we don't have all the information, very limited information. The town that I live in is overall conservative, but I didn't even know that because I didn't know there was something else. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Um, I start hanging out at this friend's house, and this is when actually legitimately I started hanging out there around the time that Fox News was first taking off. So Fox News is actually pretty new. So everyone, there's some good podcasts about the history of Fox News and how it was started, as well as CNN and MSNBC, all those cable news networks, 24-hour news cycles. There's some really interesting history around that in America that I really recommend people look into. Um, but the Fox News was was just at this time making its turn to alt-right. Okay. So it had started out as just a regular 24-hour news network. And then there's some interesting things that, again, there's a whole podcast dedicated to that. I'll look up the name and reference it so people can listen because it really is informative. Anyway, I have never heard of Fox News or seen, we don't have cable at my house. So I don't, other than the Disney Channel when I was at other people's houses, I didn't give a shit about cable. Um, we had one friend's house that we all hung out at, right? And they were very conservative. Again, I didn't really know that. I actually just thought they were political
Mm.
because
Mhm.
everyone had the same beliefs they did, as far as I knew, but they talked about it all the
Mm.
time. And Fox News was on, Fox News or Law and Order was on all of the time, all of
Okay.
the time. Okay.
Ooh, that's intense. Okay.
Yeah. Um, and so this is also my first time really accessing news in that way. I'd only seen local news or 60 Minutes, right?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Like, or the newspaper, like, whoa. Um, and
yeah.
so I would like get in like really, I was very fascinated by this stuff. So I would get in like political discussions with that friend's mom, and one of the people in that group would later become my uh, a boyfriend of mine for a brief period. Um, but anyway, these were all the quote good kids. They were all band kids, you know, harmless. None of them drink or did drugs or anything like this. So a very good, safe place. Um, so I I was 16 or 17, I guess, when I started hanging out there. So I was driving, and they had a pool. So during the summer, everyone was like, we all went there to swim and stuff. And um, the game to play was trying to untie my bikini top. Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Yep. Um, so this was the first time I was wearing a two piece. Um, and I just like laughed along with it. It was like, oh, stop, whatever. Like I didn't know what to like. I don't know. I just didn't know what to do about that, you know?
Yeah.
Um, that was also the friend who lived there. It was also when we were swimming one day that he was talking about hating gay people, and I said, what if I was gay? And I didn't even know, by the way, at this point, I still thought I was fully in love with his friend who I had
Sure.
dated, you know?
Sure.
And I was like, well, what if I was gay? And he's like, then we wouldn't be friends.
Oh.
Yep. And he loved to make rape jokes about me. I mean, it was like very intense. He had two brothers as well.
Ugh.
And we all left our bathing suits there over the summer because that was the house with the pool. And I remember coming back one summer and there was something in my bathing suit that only someone with a penis can create.
Ew. Oh my God. Ugh.
Yep.
No.
Yep.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Yikes.
So I like uh I go to college. I ended up actually, I interestingly, um so when I went to college, um, and my roommate was gay, and then all of my first friends in college were gay. I had the Christian blip, and then everyone else I ever met in my life was gay. Basically it, right? Like that's just how it went.
The
And
ice cream social, and then all the gay people.
after that, okay, yeah, exactly. Um, and when I was in college, I remember they tried to I just was like realizing that I liked pretty much everyone other than them better than them, you know? And I was
Mhm.
like, I didn't have to do so much work to be there, you know? I didn't have to like be okay with what was pretty intense harassment. Um,
Yeah.
and and again, I couldn't have articulated any of that. Like it literally wasn't until probably I was 30 that I was like, whoa,
Yeah.
what the fuck was all of that?
Yeah.
Um, and to this day, actually, the guy who lived there, the main friend that lived there, um, I don't go to a specific Dollar General because I'm very concerned I'll run into him there because he frequents it.
That's
Um,
fair. That's fair that you don't want to run into that person.
yeah.
Oy vey.
Um, but yeah, then after that, so then I mean, I was still just doing like very basic bikinis, I guess.
Hmm.
Like when there was a time when I was super anorexic that I was like, I'm a size two. I'm finally like a real girl or something. And I
Hmm.
got like uh, a string bikini and was like super proud of myself. Uh, and then my regular body came back. And then it
Hmm.
was like, now I have to figure this all out again. But yeah, so anyway, I also don't swim that much. So there's that too. I tried like for a while as I'm on my gender journey, I guess, for life. I never really know what to do with swimwear. And I remember for a while, like 5 years ago, 6 years ago, I was like, maybe I'm like more of the classic like femme look, but like, like the ties around the neck, but like full body, but like with the things on it or I don't know. I was just like nothing feels good,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
um and then uh you know uh fast forward to just like what a couple weeks ago I sent you a link to a bathing suit that I think I'm gonna get that it's just a bit more just neutral and all I was like I just need something that I can wear there
Yeah.
and I need it to not make a statement of any variety.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to say hey world, here I am. Like, fuck.
Yeah.
I want Mormon underwear to swim in.
That's real.
Give me some Latter-day Saint undies. Go take a dip in. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's me. That's my arc of swimwear.
Mm.
Yeah.
Hmm. A long journey from the Mickey Mouse swimsuit.
Yeah, there's not a lot of fun memories where I was like, wow, yay, I love this. What a good
Yeah.
time.
Real.
That's not
Um,
true. I did borrow a bathing suit bottom from a friend once. Hey Maggie, if you're listening. And she and I have a very similar body, and it was like the best fitting thing that I'd
yeah.
had. And I was like, oh my God, wow, this is crazy not to feel like strangled. Because I
Yeah.
hate putting them on. It's like even if I get like an XL, it's like it's like oh fuck all of that. I don't want to be gasping while I put clothes on.
It's not a no, it's not a fun sensory experience. I've
No.
never felt like, ooh, I want to be comfortable. You know what I'm going to put on? A swimsuit.
Exactly. Exactly.
No. Um,
Yeah.
I have a differently fraught relationship with swimwear,
Uh, let's hear it.
which
Let's
is
dive in.
I see what you did there. Nice.
Off the diving board, because make fun of me. You can see whatever the fuck you think you're seeing, but I can go off the diving board now, bitch.
I know that's right. So I cannot. The important context for me is that I don't swim. To this
Yeah,
day,
exactly. Right.
if you threw me into deep water, I would drown. So
Mm,
just know that. So yeah, so it's never really like a super practical thing for me. And not only do I not swim, I don't like being in water. I don't
mm.
I don't really desire to swim. It's become more of a thing now as an adult, but I suppose I'll get there. Let me go on a chronological journey like you did. As a child, I very much similarly had like, cutesy kid swimsuits. There is a photo of me in
Hmm.
I've shown it to you, in like a very frilly, it is a two-piece.
Hmm.
Um, I have complicated feelings too about like the like two-piece bathing suits for small children, mostly because I'm like, this doesn't feel functional. Like,
That's what I mean. Like, what are we doing? That's like putting a bra on a child. Why? What are we doing?
yeah, it's yeah, I mean, I have interesting feelings about all of the like clothing modesty stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Um, And so swimsuits are kind of no exception. So I'm like, yeah, I mean, there are definitely like cute kids two-piece swimsuits, but then, yeah, the ones that are like, is it a two-piece or is it like, is it trying to look like a bikini? Do you know what I
Exactly.
mean?
And some of there are literal children's bikinis, which blows my mind. I'm like, who is manufacturing that? Lock them up. That is horrifying. And again, this is not meant to be prudish. I like kids are kids. Let them run around naked for all I care. I don't like they're kids.
But yeah,
But
why are we putting on something that like that is active, that feels actively sexualizing
exactly, exactly.
when like a swimsuit is not to me on its own like a sexualized I mean,
No,
we have socialized it that way, I think
we
weirdly.
have a whole swim shit, whole swim
Swim
shit,
shit edition.
whole swim shit edition.
Very different, very, very different swim shit.
Oh my God, I'm done. We need to make a calendar of candy bars and pools and call it the swim shit edition.
The swim shit edition. Oh my God. Um, Gross. So yeah, no. As a kid, I had all kinds of little cutesy swimsuits. But I didn't know how to swim, and I had like a near drowning incident.
Mm,
Man,
mhm.
we may have to put our first content warning on this
I
one.
know. Yeah,
Um,
definitely will. Definitely will. Little did
um,
we know. Such an innocuous thing to ask about.
um, I mean, I guess we could have imagined I guess I know that I have trauma around water. I know we both have body related shit going on, but yeah, I almost drowned in my aunt's pool when I was like 6.
Mm,
But thankfully was rescued by her. But I am like anxious around water
mm,
since then.
hmm.
Um, and so like, once I was like a teenager into like college or what, I like very rarely ever had a reason to be in a swimsuit. And if I did, I was just like in a swimsuit near a pool, not like in it.
Right.
I also had like the kind of moment somewhere like in the last like 5 to 10 years of like maybe I go the like pinup silhouette
Right.
direction, right? The
Right.
like
Yeah.
halter top kind of thing. And like that is fine, but
Yeah.
it doesn't feel quite
Right.
right. Kind of like
It's
what you're
because we're
describing.
tattooed people. Like, I feel like the tattooed femme look is that, right? Like,
Yeah.
but I'm like, I'm still not quite that. And I'm definitely now. Like, I mean, look, this is not it. But yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, and I mean, I think you're like to your point, like I think for both of us, it feels like it doesn't quite fit in like different ways. Um, but it just like, yeah, it just was never, I've had many evolutions of my style in many ways, which you pointed this
Okay.
out, and I don't remember what words you used for it, but we were looking at pictures of us in like middle school and high school, and there's
Hmm.
an element of like nothing ever feels like it quite fully fits me.
Yes.
In
Same. Yeah.
it always feels a little bit like I'm like trying on a costume that I'm like
Uh-huh.
like I'm like 80% comfortable in it.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Um, and I am
Like
very
at best
happy.
80, right?
Yes,
Like,
right.
yeah, same.
At
Yep.
this point, I'm pleased to report that I do feel I found like a personal
Yes.
style that I feel like comfortable. I like how I look in.
Yep. Yep.
Um, but it took me a while. And it's still, I will say with swimwear these days, I am a typically a one piece girly. Although for a while I was doing two pieces, but I just like, I don't know. I have a belly. I don't mind that I do. I don't mind people seeing it, but there is something just that feels more practical about just like one piece of clothing to put on.
Totally.
It's
Yep.
just like having a straightforward, also because so much of my wardrobe has moved into the like almost all black
Mm-hmm.
or like neutrals.
Goth, goth baby.
Yeah, so it just is it I like a straightforward, simplistic thing. I also do feel there's an element of me now that is very different than before, where like as a teenager or even in college, like I felt wearing a swimsuit made me feel very exposed in a way that
Mm-hmm.
I think for a lot of people, or for people who maybe feel confident in their bodies or who are getting a lot of positive feedback for their more exposed body,
Yep.
that might feel exciting. I think
Totally.
I think to me, it even when I was with like very trusted people, like when I was younger, it always felt uncomfortable. I
Yes.
felt I didn't like the size I was ever. I felt like something always looked wrong. Um, I do feel there's something has shifted in me, not just as I've gotten older, but in becoming a mom and that I'm places
Mm.
often with kids that I've stopped caring quite as much about what my body looks like and what other people are going to see or think,
Mm-hmm.
but that I've so a lot of it is just like no one's caring or thinking about this. Like the most frequent place you can find me in a swimsuit is going to be at a theme park or a water park
Mm.
with my children.
Mm.
I'm not trying to have anybody like look at me and think I look sexy in my swimsuit. And
Right.
the only person that, that would be nice if they thought that is my wife, who
Right.
feels that way about me when I've slept with my mouth open all night and have smell like shit and whatever. So like she doesn't fucking care what swimsuit
Right.
I'm wearing. Um, so there is a lot of like this is a utility thing. What's gonna
Mm-hmm.
not have my
Yes,
boobs fly
exactly.
out?
Exactly.
What is my ass gonna stay inside of?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And not give me a wedgie the entire time. And then that's what I'm gonna wear. And it just doesn't. I don't know. Um, but yeah, that like I think back on times of wearing like you were talking about like bikinis or like things that tied and untied.
Oh
Jesus
yeah.
Christ. Like visceral sensory, like
Oh yes.
I just feel like uncomfortable. Even then that's even before the like people trying to like mess with you or like no, I can't
Oh
no,
yeah.
no.
I mean, what's interesting is that the whole like yeah, so to your point, utility, right? Like and first of all, I'm sorry that you had that like went through all of that discomfort and all of that because it's just fucked up. Like no one should have to go through it. And I hate the idea that like all the kids that I know in my life might have that experience. I'm like, this is so unnecessary. It's so unnecessary. Um, but I do remember being jealous of boys because they just put on trunks and
Yep.
like and like they tied so it was like made sure it stayed on and all
Yep.
of that. Like I anytime I did wear a bikini, I was like, oh, this could come off at any point. Like, there's
Yeah.
it's not this is not meant to stay on my body super well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um and but the to the point of functionality, the one that I sent you that I do think I'm probably gonna try is I mean, look, it's basically uh bike shorts and a compression tank,
Yep.
which
Yep.
I mean, I will say when I think about swimming, it's one of the only times that I'm like, I wouldn't mind just not having tits.
Yeah.
Like it's not a part of my look that I never accentuate it my look. If anything, it fucks up the looks that I want. And I just deal with having tits, but like I don't have any interest in them. And there definitely is part of me that's like, God, it would be awesome just to have to buy the bottom part and call it a day.
Real.
And which is amazing because in some places you can do that even if you have tits. So
Yeah.
wow, what a concept. That one body is policed and the other isn't.
Oh, weird. That's so
Um,
interesting. Wonder why.
I will say I have a couple really good memories though about other people and their bathing suits that were just very empowering to me. So, any of my femme friends who are fat and would just wear whatever the fuck they wanted and like
Yeah.
they looked so confident, like they just didn't care.
Yep.
They were there to swim because they liked swimming or whatever, and they were wearing what they were wearing. And it was as if, like, for me, I'm like, everyone can tell how much I'm thinking about this right now. Even when
Mm,
I go to the pool, I'm like, it's less about worrying what I look like and more just the vulnerability of like, I wear jeans most of the time. Like, I
yeah.
am a usually covered human.
Yeah.
And here I am just like, here's all my skin for you. Um, so there's that. But I went when I when I bike in Chicago during the summer, especially, I usually bike the length of the lake, or the lakefront. And I like doing that because I can stop whenever I want and like walk into the lake up to my thighs and cool off, and then get back on the bike and go further. And I was doing that once, and there was this queer femme couple, both fat, both wearing like um more functional oriented bathing suit. Like there was no like frill, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
One of both super tattooed, cute as fuck, just really sweet, like big hard eyes kind of situation here. And one of them had her bush completely uncut, just bursting out the sides.
Hell yeah. Love it.
And I was like, how do I get to be like you? Because I will say I couldn't do it. Like I just couldn't do it.
Mm. There is a
But I was
level.
like,
It's a
you're who I
level
want
of
to
like,
be.
yeah, it's just like
You're my role model now.
I'm really trying to get there. I don't
Right?
know. I don't know if I feel that level of like
Mm-hmm.
of confidence in myself yet,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna get there. Yeah, because it is there is something just so freeing about that. Like, oh, you're just enjoying being in the world in your body.
Boom.
Oh, it is
That's it.
possible.
I mean, they were literally just like laying on the beach, like reading and doing crossword puzzles together. It was the stupid, cutest thing I've ever fucking seen in my life. And I was just like, Bush fully out. I was like, damn, dude. Like, you get life. Fuck, you get life.
Absolutely. Oh, hello to the teacup again.
Oh, hello. Hello. Hello, Aubrey.
Shut the fuck up. See, I would take another drink of my tea, but I'm scared because I burned the shit out of myself on it
Mm-mm.
earlier.
Oh, that is the worst.
My tongue has felt fuzzy this whole time.
I'm such a weenie about that stuff. Like
Uh,
if I get a cut by a chip or something, I will be insufferable for as long as it takes for it to heal.
I love that.
And
I
by
love that.
insufferable, I just mean like you'll just hear about it consistently. Here's the update on where we're at right now.
Here's the update on my lip cut. I mean, that it does feel like the type I was gonna say a column in our voice notes. It feels like a column we would have. I've done this a couple times in this episode. I've had a funny comment perfectly timed with you having a mouthful of something.
You're really on it. You're on your A
Sorry.
game. You're on your A
The thing
game.
is,
You're
I
not sorry.
never mean to do it. I just want you to know that it's never intentional. But
I do believe that you don't intend to. I also, though, don't believe that you're sorry. I do think that when it happens, you're like, what a fun treat.
you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Um, being
Yeah,
cognizant. Oh, go
oh,
ahead. No, you go
oh,
ahead.
cognizant of time because you got a heart out.
I've got a big heart out for this conversation. Huge heart out. Yes, I do have a heart out. Because I was a brave little toaster and I scheduled my car to the airport for like I scheduled it ahead and
Let you go.
I sometimes I get worried about doing that because I worry it's going to give me like time anxiety,
Yeah, yeah.
but it hasn't so far, mostly because I was able to get everything fully ready to go. I
I love that.
That's a way that my spouse has influenced me. She would have been packed for this trip 2 days ago.
Mm,
I was still drying laundry this morning.
interesting.
So, but before this, everything's packed, everything's ready to go. My car is going to be here in 12 minutes. So we're going to talk about
What's
what's
keeping us
keeping us
alive?
alive.
Go for it. What's keeping you alive?
Ooh,
Tell the people.
well, okay. So this week it's sparrows.
Mm, mm-hmm.
So the humble sparrow, if you don't know, is an incredibly common backyard bird in much of North America. I think all of
Okay.
North America. And they're everywhere here in New York City. There are also a lot of places there because you've sent me photos of them in Chicago. And I see them a lot. I take pictures of them a lot. But yesterday, I was walking with two of my kiddos to school and I saw a dead one.
Mm,
And I really was upset by it. And then, of course, I have to look up what the symbolism.
sure,
We have to
obviously.
find out what it means.
Right.
And apparently, a dead sparrow can mean like an end of a chapter or like a life transition or a transformation. They,
Interesting.
they are very symbolically, in a lot of traditions, they are symbolically attached to death, mortality, to like noticing kind of the beauty in the everyday and like small things.
Fascinating.
Um,
Okay.
but dead ones specifically are supposed to mean new chapter, transition. Then, as you know, I already told you this, but for the 19, after I saw that dead sparrow yesterday morning, I saw many living sparrows, including a whole tree full of them that allowed me and my toddler to get very close and enjoy them and take some photos. And she was talking to them and it was very cute. She kept calling them baby birds. Um,
They can
so
handle that.
I know it was very cute. And then I came in here this morning to get set up for a recording and I remembered that I had opened this beautiful backyard bird deck that someone who loves me sent to me. It's Adriana, that's the someone who loves me who sent it to me. And I remembered that I had put out one of the cards on my like altar
Yeah.
at my desk. Can you guess what card it was?
Stop it. Are you serious? Amazing. Intentional curiosity. Also, that's an adorable drawing.
Isn't it so cute? I fucking love this deck, first of all. But I'm obsessed. It also
Yeah.
is perfect. I mean, I don't know if you knew if you had envisioned this, but with the little stand thing, it is really perfect to have as a part of like an altar space.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that.
Um,
Oh,
So yeah, so that's my I'm enjoying learning about and noticing sparrows in the world. And then I was walking my other child to school today and he was noticing birds singing and was like, "What kind of bird is that?" And I said, "Oh, that's a song sparrow." And he was like, "How do you know that?" Which I then, showed him the app and now he wants to get the Merlin app to be able to identify birds and
oh my
also
God.
listen to
That
their
makes me so happy. What the fuck?
I
Oh my
know.
God.
I know.
Oh my God.
New special interest buddy loading.
Oh my God. Oh, I love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Um,
incredible.
and there is a lot of birding ahead in my weekend in Florida. The friend I'm visiting, or one of them, is a like a birder.
Are you
Um,
taking the binoculars?
oh, you know it.
Oh, good. Okay.
You know
I'm so
it.
excited.
Locked in.
So excited. Oh, did you get the email about your I know you won't get it this weekend, but
Yes.
Zarathustra is finally here. It took a month, but
I'm
Zarathustra
so
is waiting at
excited.
green light for you.
I can't wait. I cannot wait. Thank you. What a lovely
You
gift.
are so welcome. Um, also, um, Alyssa, hey Alyssa,
Hi,
um,
Alyssa.
whose
Friend
birthday
of
is
the
this
pod.
weekend.
Happy
And so
birthday.
I know. She texted me the other day, arguably, I mean, you have sent me a lot of my favorite texts I've ever gotten, okay? So let's document that right now. This is one of the best things I could have ever received from a person, though, okay? So we weren't in the middle of a conversation or anything, just out of nowhere, I get this text. Can you send me a link to the translation of Nietzsche that you were talking to AJ about on the pod?
Oh,
What the fuck? I was like, I need you to know this is the best text I didn't know I needed. Heart eyes, and then sent the link. And she's just like, thank you so much. Like I'm like, and I'm seeing her tomorrow for the birthday, and I'm like, no, I need you to know. Like, it's
love
someone asking
it.
me about Nietzsche in general, who's not
Sure.
like a straight guy being like, but like just I can't with all that, so look
Sure.
out. But someone with authentic curiosity and interest,
Mm,
I was like, it's like that or Kafka. I like knock me over. Holy shit. Um,
I love it.
so yes. What's keeping me alive? I mean, I think just that I'm keeping moving, you know?
That's
I'm
right.
proud of myself, but I'm also proud of myself. I took 2 days off this week, and while my instinct was to be pissed at myself for that because I ruined everything by not doing it,
Right. That's
um,
right. I
right.
mean, that is true, you know?
I had ruined it all before. But I was able to walk that back and just be okay with it and be
Yeah.
like, oh no, you're just doing other stuff. That's okay.
Yeah.
And so I'm feeling very proud of like having an I for the last couple weeks or almost a month now I feel like a healthy balance of physical activity. So, you know,
I love that. I will,
um we have
it's,
to wrap though. You got to get your car. It's gonna be here.
well, I looked at my notification. It reminded me it's coming at 11:35. I gave myself a little buffer.
You're so smart. You're so smart.
I like to think so. Um,
How do people do this in an hour?
Record a podcast.
Yeah.
I mean, I think really probably what happens is they cut a lot of stuff out, or they like,
But I've actually cut some stuff from some of our episodes because every now and then I'm like, it really is taking me way too long to tell that story. And so I'll cut and I think, wow, I cut a lot. And
and
it
it's
was
still
like
an hour and
it was
32
like
minutes.
5 minutes. And I'm like, the rest is just critical. I can't get rid of
It's no, it's a must. No, I really feel it's important to me that our listeners are on the full journey with us, that it's
it. I
as though they're
agree.
in the Zoom room, you know? We're creating an immersive experience, and I do think, let me give you the answer I actually think. Ask me the question again, and I'm going to give the answer that I want to give you.
How do
How do
people do this in an hour?
I think that most people who have a podcast together don't love each other as much as we do.
I mean, I do think that's actually true.
Yeah.
I really do think that's true.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm being serious. I'm giving you a
Yeah.
different version of another true answer.
I am also very excited for our upcoming visit. I know it's a few weeks away,
Me too.
but I like that. I thought about it this morning and I was like, oh my God, I can't wait. I fucking can't wait. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
So we got that going for us.
Friendship is magic, everyone. Hug your friends.
Sure is. Hug your
Happy
friends.
birthday, Alyssa.
Happy birthday, Alyssa. Okay. You go so you won't have to run down the stairs. Um, and have a wonderful trip. Be safe. And anyway,
More soon.